Hey everybody, Robin Hyatt here again. I am going to talk to you about this man. I believe he came to me in a spirit session. He bugged me for a full day, and so I finally did a spirit session with my divination rods. And I'm going to I recorded the session. As you know, I do that. And let me play that for you. Also, I wanted to explain something on time. Our time and spirit time are two different things. I was raised that spirit time is very quick and our time is very long compared to the spirit. But I think it's the other way around. When I was talking to Anthony and he had a little bit of darkness he wanted to work through. Um, and I normally do not have spirits in my home, or do I work with pure spirits that have any darkness attached to them? Usually, cold cases are innocent people, and or I do cases like where I channel like Lucille Ball is my number one, and Steve McQueen is my number one watched YouTube channeling sessions. So I'm not channeling Anthony Bourdain, but I did feel he was around me, and so I decided to do a spirit session. So take this what you will. Uh, it's very, very insightful on suicides, insightful on him. I don't know him. I don't watch TV. I just watch things through uh, the computer. So I actually don't have a TV anymore because it boggled my mind, and I like to keep my mind clear so I can do sessions and help spirits. So take this as what you want. I was feeling a little weird doing this so soon after his passing, but I believe that he's searching down intuitives. I think I'm the second one that I've seen that, and we're not all climbing on the bandwagon for any means, but he's coming to us because um, I want to say he has something to say, but it was a choice that he made. It might not have been the most correct choice. Once you start making that choice, you can't get out. When your spirit starts leaving the body and you go, holy shit, what have I done? You can't turn around. So I feel that he's searching some of us down that have this gift. And he went to this front of the line, and so I talked with him. So if you think that this is kind of fast, what I'm asking him to do, and then in 2 seconds he turns around and says, yeah, it's done, I feel what he has been doing took more time than I know of. And I believe the spirit time is longer and our time is shorter. It's different than how I was taught. So take that for what it is. Let me turn this on and I will play it for you. It's about 11 minutes long. And I did lots of prayers after it because Anthony had a lot of darkness to him, and that was attached to him. And he did have angels around him, but I wanted to make sure that darkness did not stay in my home. So I'm going to play this.
All right, we have a spirit here. He's been with me all day long. We did some water scrying, and I do believe I got a photo of him through the water scrying. It is on my Patreon page if you Google Robin Hyatt, and it shows a man's face with his eyes closed. And it's pretty close to Anthony Bourdain. We took a few more pictures, and we'll see if we get anything out of that. But he wanted to do a spirit session. He's very excited. And so he is a newbie on the other side. Is that correct, Anthony? You just crossed over. Yes, he's learning how to use my rods. Were you in France? Yes. So, Anthony, were you in your hotel room alone the night before you died? Yes. Were you depressed? need to know what you were depressed. Did you have something specific that brought you completely down to where you wanted to end your life? Yes. Was it a relationship? You slowly going yes. When they go slow into a yes, it means very emotional for them. Okay, thank you, Anthony. So I heard that your girlfriend was in Rome, and is that correct? Yes. And she was with somebody else, is that correct? And you found out? Yes. So is that why you took your life? No. Was there any illnesses that you had that we don't know about? No. So is depression something, darkness of mood you've had for most of your life? Yes. So the breakup or finding out that your girlfriend was with another guy, did that just kind of break the camel's back, the last straw that broke the camel's back? Yeah. You just didn't want to live anymore. Have you thought of suicide for a long time? More than 10 years? Yeah. Most of your life? Yeah. Have you always felt out of place here on earth? Yes. Yeah. Are you bipolar? Yes. Manic depressant? Yeah. Thank you, Anthony. Rods are straight now. So when I say yes, the rods are crossing. He was very strong on those answers, also, by the way. Are you watching over your children at this time? Yeah. Emotional, yes. Yeah. Okay. So did you hang yourself, Anthony? Yeah. Have you come to terms with that? Yes. Are you glad to be out of your human body? He is saying no. He is not glad to be out of his human body. Do you wish you had not done that? Killed yourself? Yes. You regret it now? Yes. Were you drunk? No. Were you on special medication for your bipolar manic depressant? No. You just drank? Yeah. And your exercise, which was martial arts? Yeah. All right. Anthony, thank you. Do you want me to ask you some more questions? Yeah. Okay. So, when you left your body, did you hang around your body for a while? When it died? He's going to a no. All right. Did you leave your body immediately? Yes. Did you travel? Did you go into a tunnel? Yeah. Was it with light? No. Was it black? Yeah. Yes, it was black tunnel. Have you seen heaven? He's having a hard time answering that. He's not answering that. You don't want to answer that? You don't have to answer every question. Yes, he doesn't want to answer that. Okay. Are you in a dark place right now? Put it that way. Yes. You are. Yes. angels around you, Anthony? Yeah? Of light? Angels of light around you? Yes. Can you talk to them? No. So why is it so dark? Anthony, did you do dark things in your life to create that darkness? Yeah. Did you do dark things at the end of your life? Yeah. Things that I would not want to know? Yeah. On your own, by yourself? Yeah. Okay. So we need to figure out how to get you to the light, Anthony, and out of the darkness. Was the darkness attached to you, Anthony? Did it talk to you in your head? Was it kind of possessing you? Yeah. And you just felt darkness all the time, especially those last 3 days. So did you do something ritual to have that darkness attached to you? Yes. Big yes. In France? Yeah. Was it at a party? Yeah. Was it with higher up people? Yes. Wow, he's holding that strong. Okay. And you just couldn't shake what happened that night at the party?
Probably that night and other nights. So.
Okay, can you put the rod straight, please? Okay, Anthony.
This man had a lot in his head. A lot.
So you just wanted out. That darkness talked to you. And the darkness followed you. Yes. Do you know how to get rid of the darkness? No. Can I help you get rid of the darkness? Yes. Do you believe in God? Yes. So turn to one of your angels and face them. Can you do that for me? Yes.
This is the time segment now that we're getting into.
You need to ask them to help you. Can you do that? Yes. Yes. Okay. Put the rod straight. And I want to have you turn to your angel and said, please help me. Please help me. Can you ask for forgiveness, Anthony? Yeah. Are you talking to your angel? Yeah. What is your angel doing at this time? Is he listening to you? Yeah. Does he want to help you? Yes. Is he reaching out to you now? Yes. Ask him to bless you and ask him to relieve you of this darkness and to banish this darkness away from your spirit. Can you ask him that now? Yes. They're crossing. Let me know with a yes when you're done.
This is the time frame I'm talking about.
They're crossing, yes. Are you feeling a little bit better, Anthony? Yes. I ask the Spirit of Jesus Christ, I ask for the white light to shine upon Anthony Bourdain as he has been asking for forgiveness and to shake the darkness that has befalled him upon this earth. Amen.
I think I meant to say. That was a very heavy session.
At this time.
Very heavy.
Anthony, do you want to talk some more? Yes. Do you feel a little bit better? Yes. Do you still feel the darkness around you? He's answering no. Very good. So Anthony, are the angels listening to you now? Your spirit guides? Yes. So you need to ask them for help. That is key. to ask them for help. Can you do that now? And they will bless you, because they are here, but they can do nothing unless you ask them to. You understand? Yes. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn off this recorder because I'm going to talk to Anthony Bourdain a little bit longer. Give him some instructions. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.
Okay, we are turning that off. So that was probably the most heaviest session I've ever had, because I've never had darkness come to me. And Anthony wasn't dark. His spirit wasn't dark. He had darkness attached to him due to choices on this earth, and things that he allowed into his life. Suicide is not the answer. Tomorrow will be a better day. If you are contemplating suicide, just wait till tomorrow. It'll be a better day. I will put a link to the National Suicide Hotline below. And I feel that something triggered him, and I believe it was a Kate Spade hanging. And she had her own demons, but they were different. And her demons, in fact, I tried to bring her through to talk to me. And she's very reserved. She's very ashamed. And I just think she thought there's no way out. She wanted it to stop. She wanted the pain to go away. These guys have such a pain that it's all consuming, and they can see nothing else. Even though they function throughout the day, there's a time in their head that they decide to make this choice, and I think he made this choice as he witnessed Kate Spade's hanging. It is alarming to society that such great people are doing this to themselves. And they're people that have, in my mind, everything. They have everything. They've attained their goals. They're talented. And they have so much to give. And maybe that is something that we can learn from this, is that we need to maybe give, not of our money, but of ourselves. And I think Anthony did that to a certain extent, that he was generous. But I think the all-consuming focus on yourself needs to be taken away, and you need to give. And because I am a person that believes in Christ, I'm not a church-going person for say anymore, but I do believe you have to have a focus on a higher being. You do have to have a focus that there's something that made you, that evolved you, and that the spirit never dies. I do feel with Anthony, when he started leaving his body, he second thoughts big time, and it's done. Suicide done. You can't. Many people cannot get a second chance. So much prayers with the family. And if you're contemplating or have these thoughts, please contact the hotline. They will give you resources. And I know it's hard when you're so in that darkness to get outside yourself, but lean on God. And like Anthony, I learned something in his session that the angels were there to help him, but they couldn't talk to him because he didn't ask them to. And so once he asked them to, in his own humbleness, they were able to talk with him and guide him and lead him. And I think he's going to be in repair mode at this time. So the darkness has left him. I felt the next day he did come to me and he was exuberant and excited because that darkness that he's been carrying most all his life finally is off of him. Doesn't mean it's the answer because he would change it. And if he felt secure in his suicide, he wouldn't be coming to me. He wouldn't be coming to some of the intuitives that are true intuitives to talk to. And how these people find us, I believe there's a certain aura or light that they can hone in on. And so we'll just keep this as a reverent and respectful communication and know that he is going to be an active spirit on the other side and he will have much to contribute and much to learn. He's a young soul. He's a new soul. He is not an old soul. And usually old souls have gone through this already several times and they have more wisdom on it. So he's a new soul. So he has a lot to learn and he has great angels around him. And I do believe he's going to stay with his family for a while before he moves on. So he knows where the light is and he will go to the light when he feels the need to be. He is so punctual, so punctual. We were going to do a scrying session. I was going to see if I could get his face in a scrying session. And I got a couple faces. And you have to look. One that looks really close to him, that looks more dark hair. But how can you picture in water? And what I do is I put my hand in water. And it's usually this hand because I feel charges come out of this hand. So I just move the water back and forth and charge it. And then I take pictures. And I usually say now. And that's when the spirit is to put their face in the water. And I've gotten several faces, which was very interesting yesterday because I know there's a young man that was 20 that passed away. We don't know how yet. So the first photo, I had a female. Second photo looked a lot like Anthony. And the third photo looks very similar to this 20-year-old man. And those were the three that came out of that scrying session. So it's funny because as I go back, he wanted to know what time. He goes, I want to know what time that you're going to do this so I can be here. And I go, you want to know time? And I go, can I just like call you? And he goes, I want to know exactly what time. So I said 7:30. So 7:30, I thought, well, I better get going. So I did it at 7:30 and that's what came through. So he's kind of getting better on that, but he always wanted to know what time. What time are you going to do that? What time do I need to be here? And I go, stop it. You don't need to go on time anymore. You're in a new realm. So peace out. You guys have a great day. Love one another. You know, for the Gospels in the Bible, and when people cross over, what do they feel? Love. Love is huge. We as humans are putting love back behind us. We need to bring love to the forefront. Love and compassion and empathy need to be brought back into humanity, brought back into the forefront, and see if we can help all of those that are contemplating this kind of act. Because it doesn't just harm them, it trickles down to a whole lot of people, even people that didn't know him. As in Kate Spade. Did he know Kate Spade? And it influenced him, I believe. So, thank you. Peace out. Have a good day.